Hello, welcome back to Man Cave Messages. Today we're going to be doing top things you hear in a bar. Just some common things, some outrageous things. This is actually the third attempt to make this video. The two other times we had some technical difficulties, and I had a co-host on both those other attempts, but neither one of them are available at the moment, so you just get me. So, now a little bit of backstory. I've worked in bars for most of my adult life. Here and there, I've worked other places, but a lot of time spent in bars, a lot of time working in bars. So a lot of my friends. So you spend all that time in a bar, you're bound to hear some pretty off-the-wall things. There's pretty annoying things. So today, we're going to go through a couple of the things I've heard. F dudes, it's a girls' night. Now you hear that a lot. A group of girls would get together and decide to go dancing. And usually when that happens, though, you go out and at least one of them will see a guy that thinks cute and want to talk to him, and there goes the girls' night. The funny thing about this is you never hear a group of guys get together and be like, you know what, screw girls, let's have a guys' night. I just want to dance all night. You don't hear that. What you do hear with a group of guys is, this is a total sausage fest. But they'll stay and make it more of a sausage fest, which never makes sense to me. Try and kick me out, or I could take the bouncer. This usually happens after a lot of alcohol. Someone's starting to feel their oats, think they're 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And it's fine. Everyone feels a little bit invincible when they're drunk, when they're hanging out with all their friends. And it's bound to happen. Now, I've spent time working as a bouncer, and I've spent time being the smallest guy on the crew. Which sucks, because if you're the smallest guy or the biggest guy, you're the one that a drunk guy thinking this is going to pick on. It's not smart, because there's a reason they're a bouncer. They can get you out of the bar. So my advice is, if this thought enters your head, just let it go. Just grab another beer or go home. Just leave. Because you're either going to get hurt or you're going to get kicked out and not be able to, not be welcomed back into that particular bar again. And you're going to look like a douchebag. So, just don't do it. This is an annoying one for bartenders. Did you even put any alcohol in this? Or, I can't taste the alcohol in this. Or, even worse, this is way too expensive. Here's the thing. In every cocktail that you order, there's alcohol in it, okay? That's the point of a bar. Now, the amount of alcohol depends on the bar. There's a minimum amount that every bar is going to put in, okay? You're paying for that minimum amount. Don't get annoyed. If you don't like the way they make their cocktails, go to a different bar, Or stick to beer and shots. Then you're getting nothing but alcohol. If you want to stick with foo-foo drinks and you want something that tastes sweet, go to an ice cream shop. I'm just saying, if you can't handle the taste of alcohol, why drink? This is one that I've seen. Excuse me, there's a chick peeing in the urinal. This usually happens because in every bar you go to, there's always a line at the women's room. Never really at the men's room. I've occasionally seen a line to go, use the men's room, but usually you don't see that. So sometimes a girl has enough alcohol in her, or just doesn't give a crap enough to go into the men's room and pop a squat in the urinal or trough or whatever they have in that particular bar. First off, kudos, because that's not an easy thing. Urinals aren't the biggest thing in the world. And I've seen it in 3 different ways: the leg up on the wall, urinal pee, the butt in the urinal pee, and the even more impressive, just standing up and manipulating things until the pee stream goes straight. But don't do it. Go outside. Honestly, if you don't give a crap enough to where you're gonna go and pee in front of a bunch of dudes at a bar, go outside and pee. I mean, it's you won't look like a jerk. You know what I mean? This one annoys every person that works in a bar. I'm friends with the owner, or bouncer, or DJ, or bartender. No one cares. Honestly, that doesn't impress anyone. And typically, if you hang out in a bar or club enough, you're gonna meet any number of those people. I myself am friends with almost everyone that works at my favorite bar, and I know the owners. Doesn't get me anything, okay? No one cares. You don't get free drinks. You don't get discounts. All you really get is to get to know someone cool. But if you're the person saying this, you're a douchebag. I mean, the only reason you'd say this is try to impress someone. And most real people aren't impressed with that. I don't care who you know. I know tons of people. None of the people I know make me cool. In fact, I'm a dork. So, but at least I'm not going around trying to use who I know to make people think I'm cool. It doesn't work. Because I can guarantee you, the person you're telling this is either one of 2 kinds of people. They're the type of person that is impressed by this, but they are a tool like you, which might explain why they're hanging out with you. Or they're looking at you like, oh God, you go away. Shut up. I've even developed a system for dealing with people like this. I call it my F-off shoulder. Someone's talking to me and they're doing this, trying to impress me or trying to act like they're a lot cooler than they actually are. You just slowly do this number. And then they can't talk to you anymore. I just broke my damn vape. So, try that. Who knows? This one is a personal one. And it's a shout out to my friend and sister Jess. FDUI. Yes. That is a direct quote from my sister. Except, without F, it was actually beep. My brother, her old man, was getting off work, and he had a few too many shift drinks. So she had to drive him, but she herself had copious amount of alcohol. So she's leaving to get in the car. I tell her, I'm like, hey, drive careful, you're kind of drunk, don't get a DUI. She looks me deadpan in the face, glares at me a little, and goes, F a DUI. And it's got to become her catchphrase, because her delivery I can never even copy, or come close to copying, or mimicking. But it's become so iconic with her that, let me show you this real quick. It's become so iconic that it is right there on the wall of the man cave. Classic. So, but personal side note, not F a DUI. Don't get a DUI. Driving drunk is irresponsible, and I don't recommend it. Just don't do it. If you're feeling drunk enough to where in your head you're thinking that, get a taxi or walk or get someone else to drive you. Just don't risk DUI. They suck. Killing people while you're driving drunk is a horrible thing. Don't do it. Man Cave Messages does not support drunk driving. But with that said, I love you, Jess. You're iconic. And this is also another iconic one. This is a bartender, said by a bartender at my favorite bar, Butcher's Happy Days, here in Casper, Wyoming. Drea, you got the top spot on this little run through of things I've heard in a bar. It was, apparently she was feeling a little bit bloated, or looking bloated. I remember quite which one it was, but someone asked her, "Are you pregnant?" And she's not. So, and she doesn't even look like, I don't know, whoever said this is a moron, because I don't care how bloated you are, she's a slim lady. So, the person who said it was a retard or, something. She looked at him and said, "How about I pull out my tampon and smack you with it?" I'm just going to leave it at that. I mean, that's gangster right there. That's just outlaw right there. Drea, that's gangster. So, there's some things that I've heard in the bar, and I've heard a lot more. I mean, I've spent years working and hanging out in bars. But if you have, you got any suggestions, or you've heard something that you think is outrageous and you want to see it on a video, put it down in the comments. If I get enough of them, I'll make a second video like this. If not, I'll see you for my next series of videos. I found a new co-host for Spirit Investigators, so I'll get that up and running very, very soon. Personal Paranormal, I'll be doing another one today. I should have that edited later and up soon. More top 10 lists, and I'll be coming out with some new videos, brand new ideas soon. So just stick with me, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.